This video is going to be something different. I will share my 5 years of experience being my own boss. In this video, we'll talk about how to become successful. I will share with you some useful tips based on my personal experience, which will, I hope, motivate you and which will help you persevere on the path of a successful entrepreneur. Hello friends, welcome to the new video on my channel. My name is Boris, welcome to my channel where you can expect weekly videos on passive income methods and make money online strategies. Today we are talking about a slightly different topic, but again related to online earnings. A lot of you send me messages and ask me if I can share some tips for success and how to deal with the failure. You also ask me when it's the best time to start your own business. That is why I made this video, in order to motivate you and help you in this way. Before we start with the video, I would ask you to like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell, because in this way we will help YouTube algorithm to reach as many people as possible who are interested in this topic and help them on their path of success. The very first piece of advice I have to give you is that the slow growth doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. I remember when I first started with entrepreneurship, I immediately wanted results and I always asked myself how much time does it take to see results. The bottom truth is that nothing can happen overnight, and to anyone who does, it's a great happiness. Of course, there are a small number of people who are lucky, but persistence and consistency can replace that factor. Most self-made millionaires, even billionaires, spent many years in the red before their business reached incredible proportions and values. So the first conclusion is that it's okay if you don't see the results you expected in the beginning right away, and even if you do see them, remember that that's not normal. Most entrepreneurs have slow growth over several years, and then suddenly they catch the momentum and experience tremendous progress. This long-term mindset is the most important. A large percentage of people, when they are not satisfied with the result, immediately give up and close the book covers. The next advice I have to give you is based on the 80-20 rule. This means that 80% of your results will be a reflection of 20% of your efforts. What's interesting is that this phenomenon is true in most other things you do in life. While it may sound like 20% of your effort is a reflection of 80% of your results, it is easily achievable. Believe me, it's not easy to find the 20%. So my advice to you is to bust yourself from work by working and trying as many things as possible and always with 100%, so that you can find those 20% that will give results. When you achieve this effect, then you will be able to work smarter, not just harder. The fact is that everyone in the world can work hard, but not everyone can work smart. There are so many things that can make money, so many profitable business ideas. Find what fulfills you and what will make you 20% of your effort. Tip number 3 is to live a life without fear. You've probably heard this many times before, but it's true. To family members or friends, most of them have a good idea, but they don't live the life they dream of for only one reason: because they are afraid. Fear is a good trait. Fear keeps us alive, wary, and distracts us from potentially dangerous things. But the trick is that in the business world, fear also distracts us from a successful path. When you talk to me and other successful people and mention fear, I think everyone will tell you, including me, that the thing we regret the most is that the fear has kept us from many things in the business world when we were younger. When I was 18, 19 or 20, there were so many different things I wanted to do, but I didn't have the guts and I was afraid of failure. This is a message for all young people watching this video. Failure is a good thing, especially at your age. You have absolutely nothing to lose and you can gain a lot. I guarantee you that you will learn more from every business failure than at any college when it comes to starting a business and making money. Lastly, there are many more opportunities in your life when you are not afraid to start new business ideas. I literally wouldn't have this YouTube channel if I was afraid of how people would react to my ideas, my good intention to teach as many people as possible and pass on as much of my knowledge as possible. When you have no fear, it means doing things outside of your comfort zone, things that other people are not allowed to, and that is exactly how you can be different from other people. You have my full support and my experience, which tells you that if I was timid, I wouldn't be where I'm today and I would not talk about these things that I wanted to share with you. Tip number 4 that I have for you is to use responsibility to your advantage. Most people don't live life at the pace and don't develop as fast as they want because they don't have enough responsibilities. Especially when you are an entrepreneur, your own boss, and you have no one to tell you what, when, and how to work. The easiest way to keep yourself accountable is to install one of the apps and make your to-do lists on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Every day you will write down 3 to 5 things to do, and these are the things that are must be done by the end of the day. By no means. If you do this and implement it, I guarantee you that every business, every project you start will develop much faster. Time is your greatest wealth and asset, and something we cannot regain, so don't waste it but be honest and responsible with yourself. The following advice refers to one thing that many people don't feel. It's about gratitude. Every day when you wake up, tell yourself that you are grateful for anything or situation you're in. If you practice every day to be grateful for your life, you will become a much more positive and optimistic person. When you think positively, you will be happier and you will attract much more positive energy toward yourself, and all things in life will get better. Tip number 6 is a piece of advice you've probably all heard. It refers to your group of friends who surround you on a daily basis and the network of people you interact with. If you want to progress from the first level to level 2, 3, 4, and so on, pay attention to what kind of people you spend time with and what your perspective is. There is a saying, your network is your net worth. It's not just a saying. Behind this sentence lies the truth, which many people take for granted. Don't take this literally, but understand this. The people you're surrounded by, their behavior, habits, and beliefs will influence your thoughts, your way of thinking, your vision for starting a business and making money. If you have a group of people live or on social networks who will talk about starting a business, making money, progressing, it will absolutely change your life and the way you look on business and money. Tip number 7 is about choosing the business model with the least resistance. What this means? In my example, I chose online business as the option where I would have the easiest way to grow and scale my business. Find what you're good at and where you will encounter the fewest obstacles. I will always recommend you to create an online business because the power of the internet is unsurpassed. You can make so many potential customers and connections in a very short time and with little investment. When it comes to starting a business, people have no idea how much money it can actually take to start an offline business in some physical location compared to an online business. Like I said, find your passion for a particular topic and try to convey it online. This will increase your chances of success many times over. The next big piece of advice I have for you is to learn something new every day. Man learns while he is alive, and that is indeed the case. If you are not up to date with time and technology, you will be left in the past. Every day I explore new ideas and ways to make money, learn new technical things, and get into myself when it comes to education because what they can never take away from you and me and ruin your business is your brain and the knowledge you possess. This knowledge will be your greatest strength and will allow you to start new business models again and again. The moment you stop learning is the moment you and your business stop growing and growing. It doesn't have to be just books. You can watch various shows, YouTube videos, buy some interesting courses, and so on. Tip number 9 is about time and money. If you can tell yourself, I make exactly that much money per hour every day, that is as good as it is, but it's also bad. Why? Well, because you just hit a wall and you will never be able to earn much more because you have limited yourself to that figure. Here we come to the concept of passive income, where you need to find a way to make time work for you, and when you are not working, in translation, to make money while you sleep, spend time with your friends or family. Remember that you will never be able to earn huge sums of money by working per hour. Tip number 10 is tax education, and this may seem ridiculous and stupid to you right now, but the school doesn't teach you anything about these topics. Although your business may still be young, believe me, it's very important to learn how to manage taxes because in that way you will save a lot of money to your company later. You will earn more and you will not pay unnecessary amounts of money to the state. One of the books I recommend reading on this topic is Tax-Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright. At the very end, I want to tell you that it's okay to work for someone else at the beginning of your career. Most of us were not born lucky into a rich family and have no startup capital. You need to learn to manage your financial flows and start saving as much money as possible. For example, if you invested $250 each month in the S&P 500 index for 45 years, you would have $1 million in your account. Don't avoid working for someone else. I was the first one who worked for a few years for someone else to gain initial experience and capital before I started my entrepreneurial journey. That would be all for this amazing video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new and useful. I would be really happy if you applied at least half of these tips that I told you today. This was not a classic make money online video, but it's one of the most useful videos on my channel. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell and follow me on Instagram. I will leave you the playlist related to other cool make money online ideas so you can find another video that interests you in this area. Until the next video and a new way to make money online and some new education, big greetings from my YouTube channel. Cheers!